Hello everyone, and welcome back to the dial, and welcome back to Stay on the Watch. Ooh, it's been a while since I've done this one, but I've come up with a special video that I wanted to discuss with all of you guys today, and that is discussing number one. And who's number one? Patek Philippe. So today we'll be discussing the history of Patek Philippe, how a legend was born in the game. Now, we already know that Patek Philippe is part of the Holy Trinity, Audemars Piguet, Vacheron Constantin, and Patek Philippe. So now let's go through the introduction. So this Patek Philippe is one of the most powerful names in luxury watches, a brand that shaped the entire industry and became the definition of prestige. This is the story of Patek Philippe, how it started, how it almost collapsed, and how it became number one. Are you looking forward to this? Make sure you like and subscribe.
Hi guys, hello. Sorry, I know you're watching the video, you're like, oh, I'm really enjoying it, I'm really into it, and now this guy's just stopped him, it looks funny. Listen, quick one, guys. You want to advertise on the dial? Now you can, okay? Link in the description. If you want an ad here, there, or your own whole situation, click the link in the description, send us a message, and let's have a conversation. You just never know. You know what we're about. You've been following us for some time now, and the dial watches, refinement, lifestyle. So if your brand, product, service matches the dial. So we do have ad space now, guys. Really, really cool. This wouldn't be possible without every single one of you. So thank you so much for that. But all your brands and business people out there, link in the description. Sorry, I disturbed you. You're not watching the video, so yeah, you can go back to watching the video. But link in the description down below.
Now let's start. Let's start with the beginning. In 1839, Patek, Chapek and Company. So the year is 1839. A Polish immigrant, Antoine Norbert de Patek, teams up with watchmaker Francois Chapek in Geneva. They form Patek, Chapek & C, making beautifully crafted pocket watches. But Patek wanted more. He wanted innovation. He wanted new ideas. What was the game changer? Well, in 1844, Adrien Patek met Jean-Adrien Philippe. In 1844, everything changes. Patek meets Jean-Adrien Philippe, who had just invented the keyless winding system, the idea of winding a watch with a crown instead of a separate key. This invention completely shifts the future of the company. Now, let's look at the birth of the brand. Now, in 1851, Patek Philippe and Company was founded. So by 1851, the old partnership ended and the company was renamed Patek Philippe and Company. Now the same year, Queen Victoria actually buys one of their watches. Instant prestige, instant recognition, and from that moment, Patek Philippe steps into the world of luxury. Now let's talk about the early innovations. How were Patek Philippe really pushing the limits? Now, after 1851, the innovations came thick and fast. In 1868, one of the first wristwatches were made by Patek Philippe. In 1889, they had a patent for the perpetual calendar. 1902, patent for the double chronograph. 1925, one of the earliest perpetual calendar wristwatches. Every decade, they elevated of what a watch could be. Now let's talk about the turning point. Now in 1932, the Stern family rescues Patek. Now, of course, this is the Great Depression, so obviously had arrived, but Patek Philippe struggled financially. Now in 1932, the Stern brothers, who owned a dial-making company, stepped in to buy Patek Philippe. They, in essence, saved the brand. And the amazing part of the Stern family, they still own Patek today, almost 100 years later. So it's become a family-run business. Now let's move on to the iconic models. We know that Patek Philippe defines luxury. Now under the Stern family, Patek becomes unstoppable. In 1932, they released the Calatrava, the blueprint for the modern-day dress watch. 1976, the release, our favorite, the Nautilus, Gerald Genter's stainless steel masterpiece. 1997, the Aquanaut, a younger modern take on luxury sports watch. These aren't just watches, they are cultural landmarks. Now let's talk about the era of super complications, and we might even touch on this at the end of the video. Now, masterpieces of watchmaking. Patek Philippe pushes mechanical limits like no one else. In 1933, Henry Grave created the super complication. 24 complications, a once-in-a-lifetime creation. In 1989, the Caliber 89, built for the 150th anniversary, 33 complications. 2014, Grandmaster Chime, one of the most complicated wristwatches ever made. No one does complications like Patek Philippe. We all know this. Now, why is Patek Philippe still king over the Trinity? Well, simple, 3 words: philosophy, craftsmanship, and legacy. Why is Patek still number 1? Well, it comes down to a lot of reasons. 1, low production, so it makes it rare, limited. High craftsmanship, general ownership, the amount of people that are wealthy that own the watch. A standard of excellence that barely anyone can match, even if it is high horology. You never actually own a Patek Philippe, you merely look at it for the next generation, is one quote that was said. It's more than a brand, it's a slogan, it's a DNA. Now, let's conclude. Patek Philippe remains the benchmark of fine watchmaking. There's a limited supply, huge demand, unmatched finishing, and nearly 2 centuries of heritage. Now, from a Polish refugee in 1839 to the most respected watchmaker in the world, this is the journey of Patek Philippe. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. But before we go, let's have a look at this beautiful book beside me. I can't have it here and not have it with me. We see this book up on the wall here, but I thought we'd bring it down and talk about the super complications that we've covered in this video. And I hope our camera can see it. But we'll get some B-roll over this book. So guys, let's go over this book, and let's go over especially the history to get more of what Patek Philippe Grandmaster watchmaking refers to. So the watch I'm looking at here is the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime reference 5175R. And it's the great art of grand complications. Now at Patek Philippe, every anniversary is an opportunity to create an exceptional watch. For its 175th in 2014, the famous Geneva watchmakers brought out the Grandmaster Chime, its most complicated wristwatch, with a two dial design, 20 complications, and a new baroque look. It is a masterpiece of minute mechanical work, combining a movement of extreme complexity with a casting of great style. Only 7 of this commemorative model were made. Now, the paragraph reads: the development, manufacture, and assembly of Patek Philippe's Grandmaster Chime required more than 100,000 hours of work, of which 60% was spent just designing its movement, which has 1,366 components. Insane. The casing alone has 214 of those components. Now, this meant that the 7 examples made of this commemorative piece required 11,060 components, which were painstakingly assembled by hand. That is insane. One mistake and it's over. That is the price of excellence, I agree. Beyond the numbers, the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime is a declaration, the assertion of supremacy in the field of every high-level watchmaking and grand complication. True. Its 2-faced casing houses 4 barrels and 20 further complications, including a grande sonnerie, petite sonnerie, minute repeater, excuse my French, instantaneous perpetual calendar displaying the year, with 4 digits, a second time zone, an acoustic alarm that chimes the time when it goes off. Wow. As well as a date repeater that sounds the calendar if desired. 2 patented world firsts. Equally impressive is the double-faced 47mm casing made possible by ingenious rotation mechanism housed in the lugs that attach it to the bracelet. Wow. And this is why I love this book. So this is basically the great complications of Patek Philippe for their 175th. And honestly, I really do like how it's looked. I think it just has that aesthetic where it brings out Patek Philippe's history along with its patterns. I mean, this watch in general, just looking at it, is a bit overwhelming to look at. Now, would I daily wear this? Well, that's a story for another day. But shucks, I think I'll just keep this in my house. But I mean, as the book says, it has a huge amount of history. The Grande Sonnerie, Petite Sonnerie, Minute Repeater, Annual Calendar, all our Patek Philippe favorites. So yeah, just take a moment to appreciate greatness and to appreciate Patek Philippe, and that's why they're number one. So guys, that's all from me today. I'm gonna leave this here so that you guys can see this one more time. But again, this is all from me today. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and let's get to 10,000. We're so close. We appreciate every single one of you that have subscribed. And before I go, make sure you visit thedial.watches, where you'll see all of our videos that we release. And we're actually working on the product section of the dial. This is taking a little bit of time, but just be patient with us. This is the first time we're doing this. We want to make sure it's perfect for you guys, but I know that when it drops, it's going to be insane. So make sure you guys visit thedial.watches and check it out. Check out our articles as well. And what else am I supposed to plug? I think that's it. But take care, guys. And as always, stay on the watch.